fans, lean forward. The end near. Boah. Scheiße. Gib mir jetzt Bar Front Wheel. Watch. Watch where he goes. There is the end on. That is a fight again against your own. Scheiße. Gib mir jetzt, reiß die zusammen. Lean forward. Wow, with one hand. Wow, my front wheel. Watch. Wow, my legs. Scheiße. And it's now a little bit more steep. Lean forward. Scheiße. Boah, ich kann nicht mehr. Aber wir gehen weiter. Boah. So well, my friends, here we go again. Today another brutal training. I don't know how long it will take with the bicycle. Join me to a nice drive, things you have never seen before. I have a really hard training to me today. First we start here. I drove now outside of the city. The city is there. Here is the end, you know, and here we are outside. Now I have to drive much more, you know. Here we come to the last thing. You don't see it. They're so small that you don't see it on the display. You know, there is stone wall caught. And there I have to drive only a little bit. We are not far. I train for the not demolition tower, for the king of steepness. But today is really hard. Now we go to the bicycle. I will make it in short adapts on the video that you have it nice to watch. Only now is the intro, you know, and the entrance is a very steep and long path. So today's strategy is to drive complete other routes than last time, you know, and then the strategy is now to drive outside. That will take me around 45 minutes, you know. I'm already on the way, you know, and then we have to drive on the right side of the mountains, to this side and not to this. But last time we were always on this side, but there we will also come today. You know, King of Steepness has both sides. If you don't know King of Steepness, I've created this. This is brutal. The steepest parts, a whole route will take 5+ hours, maybe 6, maybe 7, I don't know. And that is brutal, you know. And the strategy today, I will tell you when we are at the bridge, and then you will see upwards a long path. You have never seen this, we never drove there. And then you will see really cool things. So we see us at the entrance. Let's do it. So my friends, now we have arrived at the entrance, you know. Now I will tell 1, 2, 3 sentences to that what I have to do today. So here is our entrance, the tunnel. This tunnel I also drove with the bicycle in the middle 90s, you know. Since the middle 90s I know that. And this route, you know, that is a mental part and a physical part, both together, but the mental part is very tough today, because King of Steepness, you know, these are the steepest parts, which is brutal, you know. I want that certification, King of Steepness. And today is the strategy now for wobbling, you know. So watch that no one comes. So now we go down from the bicycle, because now I drove. I have now a watch, a time clock. How long? 44 minutes. So 45 minutes it has taken me now to come here, which is normally lost time, only straight lost time, you know. But that is the mental part. And now we have to drive a part which is not in the King of Steepness. This is outside, but that is now around 40 minutes to 1 hour only upwards, upwards, upwards. You know, here is the entrance. And that is also lost time normally, because that is not by the King of Steepness. And the thing is, you know, now 45 minutes to drive outside from the city, and you have to know our route start then at the other side of the city, at the end of the other side, you know. And that is the mental part. 45 minutes lost time, lost energy, even if it's no energy. And then now almost 1 hour only upwards, upwards, upwards. This is a main street now. And then we arrive at the village on. And then I have, after those 1 hour around, I have to drive on the hill upwards all back, you know, on the villages back. And then we enter in at my village. That will take another 1 hour. So that means 45 minutes to come here right now where we are. 1 hour up, 1 hour to the other side. And then the real training starts. Then we start at my village, the steepest parts, which are brutal, you know. And then we have to go to the other side, the end of the other side on this mountain, and then we enter in at the other side. We have to drive the complete city to the other mountain, and then there will come the steepest upwards again. And so that is the mental thing. Wow, shit, lost time to come here, 45 minutes. Yeah, that is a cool training now, but also lost time that, you know, when you know what will come at the end, then you know, wow, shit, that is all lost time now. You know, and that is the mental part, to be ready after hours which you have spent then to come then to the brutal things. That is the mental thing. So really hard training. And this route, I will take you to my chest and we make a time work. That means I make the speed faster of the video, that it is much shorter, because there I cannot hold it in the hand, because it is a main street where the cars are driving very fast. You see buses, LKWs. You see there come LKW, so here you have to be careful. There is shadow in there. Some things are outside, you know, with fields, but you see there is a lot of traffic. And then the end is brutal, you know. There I drove also in the middle 90s, and also in winter. When you drive with the car down from the last point on, that is very steep. And there you think also with car, oh shit, I don't want to drive and there is snowing. So that will get brutal now. And to me, you know, that is not part King of the Steepness, but we have to do it. You see, there is so much traffic. So chest, and then I drive on all by ones, of course. And maybe you will see that this is steep, maybe not on the camera, you know, I can also take it here. I have to be careful. Now I have no gloves on, because last time it slipped out from my tripod where I hold it, because I have the small one, not the thick one, and then the lens was damaged. Thankfully I had another Max lens mod at home, and this has also a little scratch in, but that you don't see. But by the other one that was damaged, you know, you see the scratch completely in the picture. And so yeah, now we do it and we see us on there. But nice panorama on there, that you can believe me. And then we see us. So other thing, because I see it here again, you see the statue, New York, you know. And do you know that I'm almost an American, you know? Almost, very slow. It would be very high that I'm an American, because, for example, my half sister, you know, I have two, and one half sister lives in Santa Barbara in California. And my grandmother wanted to move out from my country to the USA, you know. That was all made. And I have also relatives in the USA. And I always thought, wow, in Washington DC, you know, I thought for many years always Washington DC, because we got post, wow, Washington. And later, years later, I recognized, oh, it is the state of Washington. That I didn't know. At, I think, Tacoma, near of Seattle. There the relatives live, you know. And I always thought, wow, Washington DC. No, left side at the state of Washington, you know. And my grandmother also, they have all put together, all was set, you know, they have packed all together, all things back then, they have all done, you know, in the 60s, 70s, and all was finished to move to the USA, all was planned and fixed but then one last piece came and then it didn't work out, you know. So we would not see us here by the state of New York, you know. We would see us then at USA, you know. But now I have to drive on. Very brutal now. I know this route and that is tough. Let's do it. Well, my friends, I had to make a break now on the street because I wanted to show you something. Here you see the stone wall cord, which you normally, from my city that is so far, you know, when you watch here, that is, wait, do you see the last mountain now? Here you see it very good, the absolute I don't see now the display because I have it on my chest still. But in the middle, the last mountain. And there, behind the small this piece behind this, there is stone wall cord. Then you know which routes there is where, and we are very far outside right now, you know. Wow, that was so brutal. That is so long, believe me that. Wow, but now we go on the main street.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country
Well, my friends, now we have arrived. Wow, look at me. Look at me now. And now tell me, what would money bring you now in that situation? I'm completely finished, you know. Nothing it would bring me. You know what I mean? What if I have now here 10,000, 1 million? My feeling now, it cannot change. No money in the world can it change now. Poor, that was an asshole round. You know, now watch at this. Here it enters in, and that looks now steep, but that is only when you arrive. That is not the steepest part, you know. I don't know how it looked on camera, but you have seen I have put out my hand gloves, I have put out my cap, because it went so warm, you know. The problem is that is a shadow piece, yeah, and I thought it is much colder, but in the sun it has 11, 12 degrees, you know. The wind was going in the city, it was warm, but here in the shadow holes you have seen there is also a little bit of snow, ice still in, but it was so hot and now my head was bam bam bam, you know. The heartbeat in the head, and when you have a compression on there, that can damage you immediately, you know. That happened here to me when I was too warm. Even this jacket is too warm, you know. That is conditions where you have to be careful. Oh, but now you see, and that is not the steep part, that was the relaxed part to come here where they drive now, you know. The steep part was before, and that is such a mental asshole round, because you drive in a complete wrong route, you know, and that was really tough now, you see. And in winter, what I told you, because there are not always those nets, you know, in some areas they are not there, and when it is slippery, boah, then your car can fall down. Always this is the entrance where I told you, yeah. But that was now, I had too long my cap on, and then the compression, you know, the things here, they are going out, and then that makes you finished, you know. These are all little extra tools which you have to know. I mean, of course, I have here my street clothes. People would think, what will you do? You're a street guy, you know. I had made this, that was always my trick, to put it under the thing, because that goes to the in the wheel, you know. And so, and I have this, you know, always, because that helps. I can open it up. Also this, you know, I have another t-shirt, another cap, another socks by me, you know, to change that when it is wet. Always think. But that was now brutal, because we were in a complete wrong direction. We drove from the city here and then all up and even more here and in the shadow hole, you know. And that is so long upwards. And that mental thing, when you know that is for nothing, because we are on the wrong side of the where we have to go. We have to move to the other side at the end of the city, and we are much outside of the city, and we have to go to the end of the other area and on the right side of the mountain. We are on the left, and that breaks you down, you know, the mental thing. And then we start, you know, and now we have made the 45 minutes to the entrance from here. Now we watch to the clock, what the clock says now. Wow, that was really tough now to me, you know. I tell always the truth, that was really tough now. Ah, shit. Nah. Ah, I put my cap in and now it started again. But you see, another 41 minutes, you know. We need it now around. But I don't know when it happened. Shit, maybe longer. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Around 45 to 1 hour it was, and 45 minutes to come here. And now we have to drive over 1 hour all straight back, but on the village, you know. Now we are much higher. You don't see it from here how high we are now. And then we come to my village, but that will take some time. That is a little bit up, down, always the main street. And then when we are at my village, then it starts, you know, and that is the mental breakdown. And then to make the toughest things, when you are finished, mental broke, there you have to be tough, you know. Here you only wish, when ends it, you know. The mental thing, when you know, then the steep parts. Now I will not film that much, because these are villages after village, little bit up, down, maybe 1-2 things from the hand, but here also cannot film. And then at the steep part at my village, there we start again. 1 hour now, then we see us. So my friends, now we are a little bit higher, not that far away, only a bit, but I show you something. Skiing, here you can go skiing, then you know how high we are, but the snow is not much there. I put on my cap because now it is more windy, fresher. Here you see it. There enters in Glungetzer, you know, that is called the area. I was driving here ski. It's not the hardest, but that is always when you want to start again, to relax, you know, then here it is. Here you see it. There is the lift on, you know, and they are driving now. And here is the big house where you enter in, you know. And skiing, I don't know, when you live in the USA, in a city, New York, Los Angeles, you will not know such stuff. And here, I will zoom in a bit, I stay now. Here the people can park. And here you enter in with the ski and then you drive up, you know. I don't know how much snow is on there. You know, and now we are at really at the highest point, you know. And now we have to drive so much to the other side. We are at the highest point and at the last end where we don't want to be, you know. That is really, here you see it good, the complete opposite point where you want to be. Wait, we move up a bit. Here you have to, no, there we don't do, because it is private on there. But you see it from here very good. Then you know where we have to go. 1, 2, 3. Now watch, I mean that panorama now. That is amazing, or? This is the little village where we drove up. And you see the mountains, there you go down. And this direction over the house, there is the city. You know the famous mountain there, this is Stream Court, the last one. And there we have to go. So we are here at the last point where we want to be. Left side of the mountain, too far away, highest point. And now I have to drive to my village, all village, near close to the city. And then later on we have to drive to this other mountain there. You see this last? And then we drive to the other mountains in the city there. And I've watched now, these are 2 hours I'm on the way, 2 hours. I have to hurry up that it didn't get dark, you know. 5 hours training is nothing, you know. Now I drive more and then we see us. Yeah, and the other thing what I have not told you, my backpack is also heavier because I have to transport a whole cake and a parcel. You know, I have a banana in and on and on and on. Watch, here is a whole cake in, you see that? That is a whole cake with the band, you see? Because someone had birthday and I have to bring this parcel now to one in my village. Then we see us. So now tell me if it is beautiful here or not. I mean, that is so amazing. The outfit a little bit more far away. Watch now. That is cool, or? Where do you get such a panorama? This you have never seen before. There we never were before. You know, I've never shown you this side. And in that village, you know, I could film so much. They are really nice old buildings, but they are also going more and more renewed, you know, because they are too old. But these old, almost 100-year-old houses or more. And there was always where we bought the bread, fresh bread to eat. Wow, that was amazing. Every week we drove this route. Here you can buy apples, you see, in summer. And wow, that is amazing, or? That outside, I mean, I could do so much, you know. I could open up a channel like we have with street ball, only street ball, you know. Only test basketballs, only play street ball, all different courts, 2 channels. All courts, all basketballs, you know. Now the bus comes very tough. Wow, that is heavy, or? Too fast, you know, really too fast what they are driving. That is in the village always the problem. They drive too fast. You know, I could make up a bicycle channel, you know, by challenging only the hardest parts, then people would watch only this. I could open up a channel where I only show villages. Boy, how beautiful the landscape. I show you the houses, the tradition, like a historical city that was so nice to make. I could open up a tennis channel, I could open up a skateboard channel, I could open up a table tennis channel, a ice hockey channel, inline skating channel, you know. I could open up so many things, you know. I could film whole year, day, night, what I'm doing, you know. And for example, now you see the last, this big mountain, you know, there is Dream Court. and behind, in there, the last, not the left, in there, you see maybe when I zoom in there. And from in there, much more hours left, there we come to Ötzi Court, you know? And the Stonewall Court you don't see over those mountains where you dance right in. These are routes, I mean. But now, you know, I have no time for that. The day has 2 less hours, you know. And people want only to watch what stands in the thing. When I'm now showing a landscape, they say, hey, what has this to do? It is not steep. Put away I got those commentaries. Show only steep parts or let it be. They always think you get paid for this, you know. No. I have so many interests. Now I drive on, I have no time, you know. And then we see us at the steep part at my village, and then we can enter in. Then it's 3 hours away, and then we have to start the main parts of King of Steepness, you know. Let's do it. So we come closer now. Watch. Now we have to drive down. Yeah, 14%, but downwards, not upwards. 1 time downwards. Wow, that is now fine, you know. No joke. But this thing to drive upwards, you know, that is complete other direction. What brings you nothing. You see it now, it's only this small part, and then next villages, you know, and that goes on. And we need, as I told you, up, down a little bit, like here, and then over the hills, more. But even then we have to make a round to come back to my village, you know, because I could drive it through the woods, but that is too wet, too icy, too dangerous today. So I have to make also an extra round, you know. Yeah, let's do it. So next step, watch, these were the old traditional people from here. You see that? With the hat, with the jacket, with this thing. These were the people back in the days, you know, the tough people. So we go on. So my friends, next step, we enter in at the steepest parts. No worry about that. But now, also here in the village we have, I will show you first, e-bike. You can rent e-bikes everywhere, you know. E-bike, you know. In every corner you can rent those e-bikes, you know. Almost no one wants to drive with a normal bike. And here you can ski for the kids. They have an extra little thing there I also drove, you know. When I started again, yeah, 25 years ago, when I started again with the little Bigfoot skis. Now watch, that is nice, but the wind goes so much now, and there they can learn it, you know. And that is a cool thing, because when you have to enter in at the steepest, hard grown up pists, you know, there the people driving so fast, so steep, you can get so much fear when you learn it. And here it is perfect, you know. They have a little lift and the kids can drive up there. And also here I came here to start first again those 25 years ago with the little Bigfoot skis without those sticks, you know. It was like roller skating. And there we drove on, you know, a few rounds to come in. Then we got to the other one where I shown you before, to Glungetzer, and then you can drive the real parts, you know. And that is kids friendly, you know. You see, and that is always when kids have fun, then they like something. And here it is perfect, you know. Some are coming down, you see them. That is perfect made. You know, extra snow here, and that in a village, you know. That is amazing, you know. That is really how it should be, you know. There you learn the sports and then you like them. And now an e-biker comes, but this is an old people, you know. And there it is great, because with a normal bike they would not come here if they are not trained very good, you know. And then the e-bikes are great. And that is very nice, you know. For the small ones here, you know, that makes fun. But I have to hurry up now. And I also have glasses by me, because the wind now, it comes really bad that I get nothing in my ears, in my eyes. Now I move on much far away. Wow. And the sun, you see, the time runs away. That is always the thing. We go on. Wow, my friends, I was so scared now. Wow. The wind was so going brutal. Immediately, so much, and that was so dangerous now in that area. Now I'm in the last village before my village. But I drove so slow, you know, and even there on the street, I came out of the street, I couldn't hold it. But that was the first thing. But then it was so much wind, you know. I know it was windy, but before it was only a little bit, you know. But that was so hardcore here now. And that was in the area where all trees are beside, those long trees. And that area is very famous, that trees fall down to the street. I have pictures 20 years, 25 years ago, or 20 years ago. There were, I think, almost hundreds trees, really big ones with 15 meter, bam, bam, bam. And now I had to drive there, but that was so brutal now. Really, really scary, because there this is, I had to watch. You see, I have to hold me, you see that? You see it? When a big wind comes, I have to hold me. Scheiße. I was so shouting now. I said, no, Scheiße, Scheiße, I only watch to the trees, and you have no thing to enter out, you know, you cannot turn back. Now it is more relaxing, I only have to be careful to drive, but watch the panorama. We are much closer now, you see that is the city. But that was really scary now. But what a nice panorama now, you know. But that I didn't expect, but I'm prepared, you know. I had my light on, you know, now we can turn it off. Because here is all sun now. It's not far to my village. And then we have to drive to this mountain, and there we have to drive on around this, and then later on we go to this side, you know. But before we have to make left also another part that you have seen, and then the real parts come here. But that was really, really scary. When I find the picture with the fallen trees, I don't know, man, I find something, I show you that, how this street, how dangerous that is. That came out of nowhere, you know. Now I drive to my village. My friends, now we arrived at my village. Here it is not that dangerous. The wind still goes, you know. Here a plastic thing comes up, you see that? It goes upwards, you see that? Upwards, you know. Now I've watched to the clock the first time, 3 hours over. 3 hours already, and we have not entered the first thing of King of Steepness. That will be tough, you know. But here I have seen there is a worker who makes lights, you know that, on the floor, because they have those iron, the Lattenrost. And he is making with a machine where the lights come up, exactly where the entrance is to the steepest part here, because that I had to drive down now. Now I bring the parcel and then we start into it. And that is the thing now, 3 hours are over, mental breakdown, you know. I have no breakdown, but this long route to the entrance, those almost 1 hour upwards for nothing, which was really brutal today for me. And now those unexpected things, you know, to drive over my base carefully, you know, and on and on. And now we have to enter in all those things. But before we do that, we have to check out my home court, you know, street ball, my home court. There is normally ice skating, but now the last days it was so warm, so I don't think that there is still ice on. Maybe it is wet, completely wet, you know. I wanted to come here to ice skate, but then the last days, weeks, it went warm, you know. And now we will check in if there is much in, but I think it is too warm, you know. They have no machines to cool down the ice, you know. So that is always the problem. But we will see now in 3 seconds. That was 1, 2, there's nothing anymore. Watch this, all wet, closed show at my home court, you know. Man, you see, it's all, the ice is all smelt away. What a wind. Wait, I have to drive downwards. Wow. You see that? Wow, without the glasses would be thing. Now, my home court. No, the ice. Watch. Wait, we go down from the bicycle. No, you see that? You still see a little bit ice. And here the basketball. I mean, that is original. Here you can make ice street ball, you know. Where do you get a basketball court on an ice hockey field? back in the days, you know the story, there was the basketball ring and the ice skating was until the end. Without those things, there was only a wood on the floor, and there we also made basketball on an ice. Where do you get this basketball on an ice? I did it, you know. Street baller since so long, ice street ball, that was cool, but the thing was, this ice was most of the time with snow and not that slippery, you know. You had an own tool back in the days, the iron, and there you have to make the whole thing, you know, that needed also almost, I don't know, half an hour to make it clean, and then you had a better ice, you know. Here you see the basket. And on there is the uphill. On the church there we have always to drive up. But now I will go there, and then we make our king of steepness, the entrance in those things, even if we had so much hours. Here another e-biker, you see? They are so easy going upwards. You only see e-bikers, or the racers. You know, that is the thing. But now I have to go on. Wow, my friends, watch what happened. I got such a shock. All fell down. Watch this now. Wow, I got such a shock. You see that? All was crashing down. And you see, wow, that was exactly now when I wanted to leave the stage of the wind. You see that? Wow. And also this opened up, you know. I told you that it's extreme, that went so extreme on there. Then you see when such a thing crashes down only by wind. Wow, but I got really a shock now. I thought something is flying to me because I wanted to drive. Oh, my heart beat. So my friends, now the game starts, so it is called. Watch, now we have immediately the entrance to the steep parts, you know. My village, what a view, or that is so cool. And now there comes the circle with the cars, and then we have to drive up, and then those steep parts, one of the steepest streets from all what I know is here in my village, and there we have to enter in. First we drive up the main street, and then also here wind against you, a little bit upwards. And now the battle begins. Wow. Watch, here comes immediately you see it in front, the circle, and then we drive steep up, and at the end there is the entrance to our steep part from the village. And there we make a few rounds, and then we go to the next side of the same mountain. And then we go to Brenner Street, to Brennero, the entrance. That we have done once in a video. Oh, I have to be careful. Big car. Oh, what is it? Moped. Moped. Very loud. Oh, now you see the wind. But upwards is not that problem because you don't shake so much. I have to watch because when police comes, they see me. So. Now watch, here is it. Here left we go up. That is the part, you know. And now it gets almost dark when we started. Wow, you see how deep this goes up now? That is it, you know. From our nice village, my village. What a beautiful thing, you know. Here we came, and now the steep part. Wow, that is now the thing. But here I have to be a bit careful with the camera, because when a police comes, then you are over. But you see now, that goes steep. Wow, you see? Yeah, that is how I like it. Now after 3 hours we can drain with the glasses on because of the wind. Watch now. Now an LKW comes, I hear it. That it is, you know. And you see that goes up. Then the entrance to the steep part, one of the steepest of them all. My village, where I told once There you get it all. Watch. Perfect position, but watch out if there is no police. Oh, now that is what I like. When it gets hard, the legs, wow. Now we arrived at the stage where I like it. Now you will see me sweat. Wow. Over 3 hours over, and now after 3 hours we started. Whee. Have to be careful. By wind you don't hear the cars so good. Oh, wind. Because when I have it here, the police don't see the camera, you know. If there comes, when there come many cars now, wow, that goes upwards. There you feel the legs. Another car, so many. Now we have to drive left down. The video was called The Village, how well to get super fit. Now another car. I have to make left now. So now, wow, watch. That was the steep part, and now you see. And this is also very steep. This is my village, all we drove, but now we make the 3 biggest rounds, you know, and then I drive on to Brennerrow Street. This is the main street of the village, also be careful here, you know, that we will make. That will be nice now. Wow. Drive down. So we start with the hardest, you know, that we don't have to drive this again, because that we make also this street where we drive down now, because it's steep, you know. And you see the trees in the woods. Wow, that is so steep. Oh, there is someone with a yellow jacket. Oh, what is? Ah, they sign the workers. Ah, good. Then they are away from our steep part. I think these are those who made the works with the fire lights back. So now I have to drive right. So. Wow. The wine. You see how steep this was? Also, this is a little bit steep, but that was now that we make at the end. Wow. I hope my form is best now by wind. A little bit you will hear, but the sun, you know, it's a little bit cloud. And now when we start, wow, I would need so much more time, 8, 9, 10 hours. Now we have to drive left because we enter in the steepest part, you know it. So now I have the lowest thing in, can go up a bit. With the left hand I cannot make anything. And now the brutal thing, wow. No, but I'm completely there, you know, the legs, all is gone away, the mental part what we had, and all those things. Now, here it comes. You can drive it left or here, it doesn't matter. And now, you see, the plastic things. So, and now it gets really tough. Bah, you know it. When you don't know it, and watch now what will come. One of the steepest things what I know from all what I know here, and I know a lot, you know it, but that is brutal. Wow. And now we drive up. The steepness, I cannot tell you, but maybe over 28 for few parts, the last end, maybe 29, maybe 30, I cannot tell you, maybe 28, but that we will see. So you see how steep this goes now. Wow. And a nice church. The first one and the second one are both. And this is the first part, you know. And then is the normal street where we enter in at the other routes. And then we drive left up. Car now. You see how steep? Boah. Now. Zach. Scheiße. Watch now. Oh, that is very tough. Oh, and here you see the car. And always stay left, because here it is a bit straight off the house, but here it goes steep on, you see? That is tough. Watch. Wow. Scheiße. You know, when this word comes, then you know it, then it gets tough to me. Wow. Scheiße. Wow, another car. Wow. And the last thing is the steepest. That is brutal. But the workers are away. Wow, scheiße. And that is part of King of Steepness. This is the entrance. Here, there we start King of Steepness. That's what I've shown you now. By the circle with the car. Wow. Now this got more brutal, more steep. That is tough now. Scheiße. Wow, that is so tough. Watch. The last part, this is it. Scheiße, jetzt. These last meters, that is so brutal. Kimmels, wow. Wow, with both hands lean forward. The end near. Kimmels. Wow, watch. Kim. We have done it first time. That was tough. And here I came before when I drive from the other village. No brake now. We go down again. That is the smaller steep. The other one is the brutal. That is steep. Wait, I have to make it like this. Wait. We had the grab technique. Wait, I have to go down. With the back brake. You see that? Almost slipped out. Car. Because I have to grab it, you know, I need my left brake. Without the brake I slide down. You see that? That is, if you see that, it is so brutal. I don't know, 28 or more %. This is 29. I cannot tell you. Now I grab it this, that I can use the front brake, you know, like this. Wait. Oh, it is good, yeah. Now I drive this down, that you see it. Wow. That was brutal. And now we make it again, and now we drive this up. What is the normal street where we drove down now. Those we drive up now. Wow. And to to show you something. When we watch now, you see the last house is there, the last ones before this mountain, and they're right on behind there where the village where we were, where we at the end point, you know, where I told we are at the other side of the end where we need it, you know. But now we go down and drive this other thing up. 3 times we have to make this upwards now, but normally without going down. Wow, my front brake. So. All the wind, you know. So now the workers will also think, wait, I put it on, I have to slide it out again. Wait. You know, here behind, this was where a relative painted this on the wall. So, wait. Now we have it. Now a bit. So that is good now. So now we are on the main street, and there we came, and that we have to drive up, because there also we can drive down to the steep part, you know. So now drive up. So I have to make my cap because of the wind. Now watch, a little bit more. So now we have it. Wow, it's also steep, you know. And then we drive left down, and then again up, and then once more with there where we drive now down, there we have to drive up then, and then the 3 times, and then we enter in at Holweg, Brennerrow Street. There I have to drive 30 minutes, and then now we have backwind. We have an e-bike. You watched it, the thing, an e-bike. We have the wind from behind. It is so easy. But also this is tough, you know. And then we would have other routes. There I have to watch if we can do it from the time. You know, other side of the mountain. You see? Now the breath comes again. Car comes. Shit. But watch this now. You see that? King of steepness. If people didn't watch until now, they thought, wow, he only drives straight. At the beginning, you know, after 2 minutes they closed the video. Watch. You see? Then they say, well, only straight, where is it steep there? Now we have it. For me, after 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours, I don't know. At 11:30 I was beginning on my bicycle, that I know. 11:30 it was. Now we have to drive left. Tough. Watch that no police comes. No, watch. And there we came before from the circle with the cars, and now we have to drive down this, also steep. And there we enter in once again in the steep part, and then we have to drive up this steep part and down, and once again. You know. My back brake, but now it goes, it is not wet. The last part is also the steepest. Here, lean backwards. So now it goes. And now you see that how steep that is in front. Watch, there comes a car now. That is so brutal. You see it? Wow, that is tough, you know, that is tough. And that we have to make now once again. Wow. And before we came from that part, you know, where this car is driving, you know, this steep part. And now, once again, wow. Ooh. Ah. That is tough, you know, that is so steep. But to prepare for King of Steepness, you know. Ooh. Once again. Ah, and the last part, it gets steeper, steeper and steeper, you know. It's not far, but that is tough, you know. Especially when you drive then the original King of Steepness. That is the beginning. The first 45 minutes, I don't know. And then 5 hours more, only the steepest part. With ending Höttinger Höll, 3 times extended. 3 times extended. The steepest part of World Champion. Of the World Champion race 2018. That is the end. It's 5-6 hours, you know. Once again. Boy, that is. Ooh. Second time. Ooh. Not going down from the bicycle. Oh. There I trained always, you know. There you get fit. Because I wrote how to get super fit. In my village you get it all. I get immediately a thumbs down, you know. I don't know why. I work my ass off, and then you get thumbs down. Oh. Oof, now it starts. Watch, that is so brutal. Ah, Scheiße. Ah, now. Ah. But it's really no show. Wow, lean forward. Watch. Kim it. Kim. Once again. I show you from that side. Watch here. You see that? Scheiße. Once again. Ding dong. Ding dong. And now we have to drive this small way upwards, where we drive now downwards, and from there we enter in. Now my grab technique, I have to go down because I have it, grab it this, that I can use it, you know it already. Put it down once again. Downwards. So that you see that we don't make a break. I have to, now I have the front brake. But you see that I don't make a break for 5-10 minutes. No. So here you see in front the way left upwards. But then we make it other. We drive down the main street and enter in here, because that is also bit more tougher, you know. So I have to put it out again. Wait. So now I have it. Here we enter in. You see it? Wow. And here comes the steeper part. You see that? Here it starts. Always be careful. Wow, lean forward. You see it? Wow. Almost arrived. And now, wait. Wow. This steep part downwards, you know. Wow. I have to make it this now if they see me a bit other, can talk to you. The main street down again. Then we enter in right. It's a little bit more steep, a little bit longer steep. And then we drive on to Brennerrow. Also to the entrance to Brennerrow Street, where we drive to Madame Court. And the entrance I've shown you that is brutal. And watch now. Here you see that. Watch at that tree that was completely fallen out, you know. And that is what I mean. That makes here also, you see that. And where we drove before, so much more dangerous than here by wind. You never know. And that Brennerrow, the whole way, that is so long also, you know. And then on the other side, routes where we didn't drive the last time, you know. There are other routes a little bit similar, you know, the same entrance but the other left or right. And that we will watch if we can do it. Watch here, 15, 14 km/h, you know, 30, now turn. What, my. Wow. What a training today. Wow, wait, I have to put it out again. Wow. And now this upwards, the longer version. Once again, you know, you see how this is until to the church on, you know, so fast it goes deep, you know. And this painting, you know it, that has made a relative of mine. I knew when we were by him, we lived in another village, not in this. See, there's the back name from mine on with the village. Remember that when I visited him with my grandmother, 1994 or 5 it was. Here you see to the stone thing. So it's a bicycle, a real bicycle. But was not pleasure to greet, not much, you know. And now you see, there, left by the house at the end, there it starts the steep part. And this we also take now, that we have it longer, you know. Third time, last time. Now it starts, you know. And by the house it is a short time, a little bit straight, because that the people can enter in, you know, in the house. Hello. Watch. That was friendly now. She greeted from alone. That is the thing in the village, you know. You know, and here by this blue house, right, there was the way where we drove up. So last time. But there should be no problem. If you have problems here, then I would say 1 year training, 1 year drive as much as you can. Of course it is always tough, you know, but it's a difference if you it's tough, or if you cannot anymore, you know. It is tough, and then you go on and the next thing is also tough again. Now watch. Oh, here it starts the steepness. And it's so brutal because it gets steeper and steeper. In the last part, wow, that is... Wow. Once again. Wow. That is preparing for King of Steepness. 4 hours now, and now we enter in the steep parts after 5 hours. That is the thing, you know. The strategy what I had to break down mentally, you know, I didn't, but the long route to nowhere, then to drive up this for nothing, drive 1 hour here in the village, and then you start it, because then the energy level is a little bit out, and then to start, that prepares you, because at King of Steepness the end is Höttinger Höll, steepest part of World Championship, but a 3-time extended, and that you can simulate by this now, you know, complete other than when you start steep. All you have to prepare. Wow. One last time. Wow, that is brutal. Wow. Lean forward. Now we have wind against us. Sorry. Got something in. Wow, scheiße. Wow, jetzt geht's zart, jawohl. The fight against your own. You are your opponent. Wow, the last meters. Oh, lean forward so much. Wind against us. Kimmet. Wow, one time. Kim. Wow, we made it again. Wow, the wind. Wow, you see that? Wow, heavy. Tough. Wow, now we drive the other way up. Hello. So there I came from the other village, but there I came to my city of Innsbruck, the main street, and then 30 minutes to drive straight to the entrance of Brennero, the road to Italy. Wow, I swear that is also one of the toughest, long, brutal, the end also the steepest part, brutal. And there, wow, scheiße. Wow, be careful. You know, here are the trees. They go to the left side now. When something is, I see it. Hopefully no police comes now. And there, when you make this steep part, 20 minutes from my thing where I live when we drive to Italy, and then this entrance, which is brutal. And when you are at the top there, it starts the main street to Italy. And there, when you made this steep part, one of the steepest, then you have to drive over 3 hours, almost 80% upwards, light upwards until to Italy. That is the road to Brennero. Also part of King of Steepness, you know, also still upwards. But of the certification by the Cat Army, King of Steepness, what we do now, the demolition tower, what I've shown you, and the third part is 1-time drive to Italy. And there is this way what we do now, the entrance to Brennero Street. Wow, now I have almost arrived. And from left I came from the village from before, and now I drive out right. There we come to this circle with the cars where we entered in now. And from there I drive to my city. Now I put my lights on. Wow. And here you read it. Welcome. You know, that's what I'm doing. That is wellness, you know. Why? Welcome, that means in German, to the recovery village of mine. That is called my village. Ampas, you know. That is the old, now a police has come, have you seen it? Yeah, now he was driving. That is the old thing which was there in the 90s, early 90s. You know, now they have renewed it. That was always the recovery, because here you can train your ass off. That is wellness and recovery. But you know, those 3 states are those which can fall down. You see them? And that in the other village above, there is it famous that they always fall down, you know. So only those few meters, then I arrive, go down to Innsbruck. We see us in 30 minutes around. I will watch to the clock, then we see us. So my friends, now I arrived at the start of the city, and here are the stairs, you know, the toughest, called the toughest stairs. You see, they are closed, you know, closed, no chance to enter in. And now watch how high they are, you know, that is really tough. And you see the entrance, the second one, there is the door closed, you see that? That is also, you cannot do it here. But they would be the perfect thing, you know, to prepare for demolition tower. I have to wait until they open this up. That is what I told you, you know. Those long stairs, the brutal one, you know, those parts, the steep stairs, the same as a demolition tower, and here are the small, the concrete stairs, you know, the asphalt stairs. And there, wow, that was one of the toughest trainings last year, you know. I train often here, and here for the raws, at the end, that is perfect, you know. Wow. And that is also brutal. That is called why it's the toughest. But we have to wait. Now I go on, and then we see us at the entrance. But another, 20 minutes now to drive, you know. So my friends, now we arrived at the entrance, you know. Here we are, watch. This, you know it, there is the ski jumping thing, and there we come to the street to Italy. That is also part of King of Steepness. That will be the second part after my village. I drove now around 20 minutes here, and now we are on the way around over 4 hours and 30 minutes. I have watched, you know, 4 hours and 30 minutes we are on the way now, and now it starts, you know. Wow, that is a long, steep part, you know. Wow, the last thing then to Brennero Street. Wow, you know, and that is the thing when you enter into Italy that you have to make. And now here it starts, and then where those people are going, then it goes up, you know. Only a little bit, then in the tunnel, one steep part after the tunnel, and then left up, and then the right way, the whole way. And at the end, wow, there we now then make this, you know. So I have to go down on the thing, you know, that we have it, because then to go down from the bicycle is not an option. So now we have it. But that will get brutal. I have my glasses still on because of the wind. That is a steep part, you know, that we have to make now. The road to Italy, you know, that is the thing. Wow, now to Italy, huh? And after this tool now, you know, then when you arrive at the end of the steepest part, then you have to drive almost over 3 hours for 80% only upwards to Italy, you know. That is then only very light upwards, but still you make it always with the second thing, you know, not with the 7 first. I have 21 bing, you know what I mean. And you make it not with the first 7, so with the second 7, because it's not that steep to Italy then. Here you see it gets steeper. And that is also when you are not used to that, when you're only used to drive very steep parts with the lowest 7, you know, with the right lowest 7, and then you have to drive with the second one. That is also tough, you know. This is a complete other part of steepness. And then to Italy, Brennero, and then the last part by the Lueck Bridge to Brennero, to Madame Court. Wow. So now it starts. The entrance to the Brennero Street. And from there you drive the main street with the cars, the Brennero Street, until to the end, until to Brennero, you know. But that is a more relaxed street, because then there they are not allowed to drive that fast like on the other parts where we were today, you know. But now the entrance to Brennerrow Street. Now it's a little bit flatter, and then comes the tunnel. Here is the Autostrada, the highway. But at the end, that will be tough now. Now it comes. Immediately after this tunnel it gets very steep. You see that? Ooh. Now I could put away the lights. I let it on, you know, I have the lights. Ooh. Now you see that is very steep now. Ooh. You see that? Wow, lean forward. Lean forward. Ooh. Ah. Wow. You know? Oh. Come. That is the thing. After 4 hours and 30 minutes, wow, once again, and then left the main street and then right the entrance to Holvik. Kim. Almost done. Traffic. Another car. Now watch how steep it goes up there. And the right way, not the left, the right, the steep. Wow. Be careful, because here can also come police. But you see that goes up. Wow. And now that is brutal. That is now brutal. You know? That is the relaxer now, watch. Wow. That is so tough. Also this goes upwards, but this, wow. Wow, I swear you. Ooh. Lean forward, all your front wheel comes up. Oh. Ooh. Watch. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Wow. That is tough. And the last part is the steepest then. Ooh. Part of King of Steepness. Wow. And only straight, you know, not those in, you know, not left and right and left, only straight up, you know, only straight up. Wow. But I have to hold my wheel. Wow, scheiße. Wow. That is so tough. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, brutal. Oh. Oh. Watch. But it gets steeper and steeper. Ooh. But there you feel your legs, you know. Oh. Oh. Ooh. But we do it, you know, no matter what. Wow. And now look, watch at this. Oh. Wow, that is so brutal. You see that? That is so steep. That is almost, this part is like Höttinger Höll, you know. Wow. Whew. Watch this now. This is so much steeper than all what we had now. Ooh. Wow, a little bit speed. Wow. Ooh. Scheiße. Ooh. Kim jetzt, boah, front wheel. Watch. Ooh. 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 Watch where he goes. Ooh. Ooh. Watch. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Boah, scheiße. There is the end on the Brennerrow Street. Boah, scheiße. Boah, now the steepest. Boah. Boah, scheiße. Boah, das brennt. Boah. Watch the hidden thing. That is a fight again against your own. Scheiße. Kim, jetzt reiß die zusammen. Oh, lean forward. Wow, von hand. Kim jetzt. Boah, scheiße. Kim. Kim. Almost done. Watch. That is also steep. That is nothing. That's this. Wow. Scheiße. That was now tough. And here, Italy, you see the mountains, it gets really fresh winter in there. You know, Brennero, the highest chord of them all. You see it. The wind. I almost fall down. That was so tough now. Oh wait, I have to go for my bicycle. I have to hold me. Wait, But you see, I'm very, very fast by my voice again, you know. Very, very fast, so I'm very trained. That needs not long, so I can make tough routes and then I'm very fresh, quick again. You know, now my air is normal again. But that is so brutal here. I will show you that. And now we have to drive to the other side of the mountains, you know. But the most left part by Dream Court there, we cannot do that. It takes too much time, you know. At 6 o'clock I have to work. And so we make it the other routes, what I also wanted to make a little bit closer to mine, which is also King of Steepness, and you have not seen the last time. And now watch, when you watch this, that is brutal. You know, I show you that upwards. But we have, the wind comes, but we have done it, you know, the wind. That was really now a fight, you know. A fight against your own. Now watch that last piece here. Then you can imagine how this is. You see that? That is so brutal. That is so steep, you know. Yeah, now I drive to the other side of the mountain. So also 30 minutes now to drive. And then we go on there. Let's see us there. So my friends, now we arrived at the other side of the mountain. You see the other mountain where we were before, this side. Now we are on the other side. And here is one of the most steepest thing of all, you know, of all things. That is, I think, 30%, maybe 31. That is brutal, short but tough. That we will enter in now. Here is the entrance from the city. Now I have to come in, you know. Wait. Thank you very much. So, I have to be careful, Main Street. So now we have it. Wow, that gets now brutal, I tell you that. That is tough now. That is... Here we have to drive up. And then you will see. That is also part of King of Steepness. That will be a special part that comes at the end. More I will not say, but that is a special part, you know. Now it starts. That is brutal. You know, that is only the entrance. The steep part will come now. After the curve right. Wow. Short but so brutal. You know, and that is also a key factor here. It will be at the end of King of Steepness. Around the same time maybe what we are now today, maybe later. And now it starts, you know, I have to watch because of police here. I don't see when the car comes from left, and right is the street where no cars are, only the people who live there. There we can make it better. And now we wait, and you know, here is left, and now here it goes on. Wow, that is now so tough. So where this car ends, there it starts, you know, the real, you know, he drives right, that is the round on there, but the straight thing, that is 30% steepness, you know, maybe 31, maybe 29, but for sure at least 28, you know, at least this has to be 30% or more. You will see that. Now also here it is a little bit steep, you know, but straight on. That is one of the most brutal streets which I know from all, you know. That is now, yeah, steeper maybe than in my village, the last part, but that is longer, you know. Watch this, that is, so when you see that in real, you think that it's impossible. You know, also here where we are driving now, that is also steep, but this entrance now, that is brutal. But I hope I can do it. That is a key factor, you know, a king of steepness. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Now, wow, scheiße. Immediately, watch. Wow, I have to lean so much forward. Wow, I should more my front wheel. And now the steepest is here. Wow, I cannot. Bitte, Kim. I have to stand on my bicycle. Wow, my front wheel. Watch. Wow, scheiße. Wow, this is a fight again. Wow, scheiße. Kimmet. Wow. I cannot show you all. One man. Dann. Cool. That is so tough. And here are stairs on. This you have to drag your bicycle. Then by king of steepness, we have to drive down now. That is brutal. But again, you see, I come very fast to my speech. Now watch this. That is so tough. Wow. Watch that steepness. You know, I had to go down, I had to stand on my bicycle. Even if I lean so much forward, you have no chance at the steepest. Watch. Wow. Whew. That was now brutal. Watch this. This is. That is so tough, I guarantee you that. And in the curve, that is the steepest, you know. Once again, that you see it. Watch this, you know. And the other side, that you see the end. You see that? Wow. Oof, wait, I have to hold it. I can go to my brake. Wow. You know, now I show you here. Normally you don't go down from the bicycle, drive up, down again, you know. But here, this part, wow, that has to be 30 or more, you know. That is much, that exactly in there, you know. On this side up, that is steeper than outside. And this beast is this is steeper than every part of Höttinger Höll, you know. That is, in Höttinger Höll is 28. This is for sure 30 or 31, you know. Watch at this. That is so brutal. You know, even if you go up from the bicycle, so to stand, even there, it is almost impossible. Yeah. And so that piece. And now watch, here you see it. You see the ski jumping, that part on the other side of the mountain, there we were. There we drove this hill to the Brenner Street, you know, and from there I had to drive now all to this, you know. These are the routes which I didn't have filmed. But here it is very tough. So wait, I have to show you it from here. But watch at this, you see that? But this part here, that is, wait, exactly the curve. That part, when you watch it from here, you see that? That is so brutal. Once again. Wow. Heavy, 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 you know. So now we go to the next. We see us there. So my friends, now we enter in another thing that is very nice here. I show you that. And that is now also a short but very steep part. It's not far away, very, very close to the other one. And that is also tough, you know. Really, really tough. But you will see that. You see, here is the entrance. Also here a street where I have to be a bit careful, because when a police comes and sees me with the camera. But here the entrance, and then at the end, wow, that is also so steep, almost like here, almost, you know, not complete, but brutal, really, really brutal. So I have to watch out now. Cars, cars, cars. Now it starts the steepness, you know. Whew. Watch. Here it goes upwards. But there we come to a smaller street where only the people who live there can drive upwards. But now that is also steep here, you know. Here it starts also steep, you know. A little bit longer now. But then this last part on, that is also a fight, you know. That is also a fight. I tell you that. You see that? Ooh. That is longer, you know. They are all different here, all different. No car, no racer. But didn't greet me, you know. Because I don't look like a racer. Watch now where this people, this human goes here. You see that? Wow. And then left on. That is brutal. That is where the people live. Wow. You see that? That is steep. But the other part is then the brutal. Wow. Fight. Scheiße. Ah, that is also tough. Ooh, you see the old houses here. But now, then the left curve, there you also have to have fear, because that is brutal. Now it's more steeper. That is now really, really steep. But then the curve, fear, really fear, because you don't know if you can do it. Scheiße. I have to put this down, it's too hot, you know. Car comes also very slow because it's so steep. Watch. Wow, that is tough. And now left on. Now it comes the steep part. Watch this now. Wow, that is so brutal. Wow, now the fight starts. Wow, to enter in. Scheiße! Boah, ist das zart. Boah, and that ends. This is all the same. Boah! Boah! Scheiße! Boah, zart. Scheiße! Boah, that is the limit, you know. That is the limit. Boah! Oh, oh. Scheiße! 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 Boah! Fuck! Boah, my legs! Oh. Scheiße! Boah, and it's now a little bit more steep. Oh. 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 Boah! Kim jetzt! Oh. 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 Lean forward! Scheiße! Boah, ich kann nicht mehr. Ich kann nicht mehr. Aber wir gehen weiter. Ah. Ah. Boah, lean forward! Almost done! Ah. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh, we have done it. Boah. Ah. Boah, war das zart. Boah. Watch. Ah. Boah, my back. Boah, das war brutal. Ah, Scheiße. Boah. There it ends, you know. This street to the house and here to the others. I show you that nice view to the city. Boah. Brutal. That is so tough, you know. Wow. Wow. And here it ends, you know. Watch that nice panorama. Wow. Here is the last house, you see. Wow. Ah. That was so fine. Wow. Watch now. Wow. That was brutal. Well, now I have to watch through my phone how late it is, you know. And that villages on the mountain there we were, you know. These are the villages where we drove on the mountain, but much more left, you know. Then you know which routes these are. Wow, with the steepest parts. How late do we have it? Ah, shit, 16:40:06. You see that? Shit. Now I have to drive home. Scheiße, I wanted to make another part. Scheiße. Now we drove. How late is it? 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. Over 5 hours, you know. These were over 5 hours, but I would need 7 hours now. With the other part, 7 hours would be great. But you see, I don't have the time. 5 hours, over 5 hour training is nothing. And you know what? I did that all with only a toffee. I eat only a toffee, nothing else, no breakfast, no midday, nothing, you know. And that is, you know, I do things what no other one does. And I'm still here, you know, nothing eaten, only done this, you know, wow. But I would need the other uphill on the other side, and once there, that would be the goal today. And those two parts I cannot make. But it is what it is, better than nothing. This over 5 hours. Yeah, and that it was. So, we see us next time. Until then, bye and ciao.